Hey everybody, Terry Bradley here, SimpleSwingThoughts.com. Welcome to week 15 of the Simple Swings Swing in the Spring 2015. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about head position and extension because extension is a direct correlation with head position. Okay, we all need extension coming to the ball. We all need to extend our arms. There's only one place in the golf swing where we get full length extension on our arms, and that's after impact, after we've hit the ball. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my swing steels, and I'm going to compare it to Tiger's swing steels. Now, the swing steels that I put together here was more of a swing steel that would mimic a weekend golfer who is trying to get behind the ball. He's trying to get extension. He's getting there. The journeys is something he's really enjoying, and he's probably in the midst of really getting this down. So I kind of mimicked the swing that would happen like that, so we could get the differences between the two. Okay, one, obviously Tiger getting great extension, and me duplicating a swing that gets decent extension but could be better. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so as we coming to the swing position here, I'm going to stop right here and just basically show you of what I feel is the most important real estate in golf. Okay, and the most important real estate in golf I feel is the takeaway. My club is here. The takeaway is the club tracks back on plane, and then as it comes through impact, it tracks again on plane through impact. Okay, so this real estate right here I feel is the most important real estate in golf, because if we can understand how we react and how our body reacts in these positions of the golf swing, then we'll be in a position to really make some really solid swings. Okay, so let's continue on. Let's go to what I call the takeaway, and what I call letting the driver breathe. Okay, so as we are right here, notice how I've extended the club on the takeaway. Let me just back up a little bit here. Notice how I extended the club here on the takeaway, and so basically you want to make sure that the club head stays outside the hands as the club comes back on plane. Okay, you've got to we got to let this club breathe. Okay, it's a long club, and you've got to have the extension to it. Now, this is a rendition here of a lot of us who just pick the club up and take it to the inside. You do it with a club like this, you do it with the driver, you absolutely cannot square that club face, and you slice the ball 90% of the time if we take the club back like that. Okay, now as we continue through, now don't let this slide fool you, okay, because this is really a good slide. And what do I mean by that? Well, I simply mean this. Okay, now let's just break it down in the beginning. Now, I've already made contact with the ball. Okay, as you can see, the club is somewhat square coming into the ball. The ball is now taking off going straight, and at the top here I want to show you, here's what I want to show you at the top here. Now at the top here are the different variations of how we can get extension. Now notice the ovals behind my head. These are the different positions that we get into. Some of us get behind the ball a little bit, some of us get behind the ball a little bit better, and of course tour pros get behind the ball quite a bit. Okay, now what does that mean? Again, head position behind the ball at impact has a direct correlation on the arm extension, and these lines here represent arm extension through the ball. Okay, this little squiggly line represents the club path. Okay, but the point I'm trying to make is if our head is farther behind the ball, it's going to help us to get more extension through the ball, okay, through impact. Okay, just remember that. Now as we continue on, now this slide here is just basically a ball impact slide. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Well, I simply mean that as the club here makes impact with the ball, our hands and our club track to the inside. Here again is our most important real estate in golf right here. And as the ball compressed off the club face, there's the ball going straight. Okay, here again, here's the club head tracking to the left. There's the ball going straight. Okay, now we're going to get into Tiger Woods' golf swing. And again, what I'm going to compare is how he gets behind the ball really well. Now, probably wasn't good for his back, but for the years he did it, he was the best at it. Okay. Now let's take a look. Now here we go. Here we're looking at Tiger at address. Okay. Here's his head at address, and his head's going to end up about right here at impact. Okay. And he's really going to get behind the ball. So let's continue. So as we move on, now here's Tiger again at impact. Okay, so he's made impact with the ball, and again, here's where his head was at address. Now here's where it is at impact. See how distinct what we call the backwards K is? Very, very distinct, and that's going to come into play a little bit later. But here Tiger has made impact. Everything is lined up on his left side, but I just want you to notice how much he has really defined that backwards K so he can get extension. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, now here's the slide in impact, after impact, I'm sorry. Notice again the backwards K is here. Tiger's right side is slowed down. His head was right here at address. Here's where his head is at impact. Because his head is right here at impact, notice the extension he can get through the ball. All this extension. Now this is the only time with the golf swing that your arms are fully extended and fully stretched. So as you can see, extension, the club shaft's way out here, and he's got a lot of power coming through the ball. Okay, so let's continue now. We're going to look at the impact slide again. Okay, now notice this. Again, at impact, his head was right here. His head moved here. Now his head moved all the way back behind the ball. Again, distinct backwards K. Impact. Arms extended. Arms extended. Okay? And then his club's going to go all the way around through to impact. Again, head extension, head position equals extension. Now, what I'm going to do on my last slide is I'm going to show you, and this is how I swung. I wanted to swing and kind of like leave my head not as far behind the ball as I would like. And this is how many of us end up. And this is okay. Okay, I just want to emphasize this. This is okay. Again, any position behind the ball with your head is okay. Now, here is my head at address. Here is my head at impact. And here's where I would like my head to be. Now, when I did this swing, I kind of purposely tried to keep my head a little bit not as far back behind the ball as I would like, because what happens is now you see my backwards K, it's not as distinct as Tiger's. Why? Because my head's not as far behind the ball as Tiger's. Okay, now look at my arm extension. Now on this swing after impact, I did have extension through the ball. Okay, my arms were straight here, but notice as I begin to go to my follow through, notice I can't get as much extension in my arms as I would like. They're not as extended. My arms should be more extended out here as I come around to the follow through. And the reason why that is simply because my head is not here, it's more up here. But that's okay. Again, this ball went a long way. Impact was good. It was solid. Okay, I don't want you getting hung up on trying to get in all these positions that tour pros are getting in, because a lot of tour pros have back problems. Okay, but the point is, you always want to be behind the ball. You never want to be in front of the ball. Okay, and again, this is good impact. I just wanted you to see that you can get great distance. Okay, without having to feel like that you have to be totally extended. Okay, again, anything behind the ball is good. Anything on the ball or in front of the ball is not good. Okay, so I just wanted you to see how all this worked. I wanted you to understand again the relationship between again your head position and the extension that you can get through the ball. Okay, I hope this helped. Hope it didn't confuse you with all the lines, but I felt this was needed because this particular concept works with all your clubs in your bag. So your irons, it works with your short wedges, it works with your mid irons, long irons, all that kind of good stuff. So we can definitely play better golf coming here in the next couple weeks. Okay, Terry Bradley here, simpleswingthoughts.com, week 15. Now for those of you who are coming to us from YouTube, A lot of you are getting the feed straight from YouTube. Go to our website. I'm going to put the extension or the link on this video. Please go to our website. If you haven't signed up for 2-6 member, please do that. We're having pre-registration right now. Limited spots available. I haven't quite determined how many, but it's not going to be a network, guys. It's going to be thousands and thousands of people. It's going to be limited. I really want to keep the close communication going. I know a lot of you out there who comment, like Tyrone in Dallas, other people, I can't think right now, Pam in New York. But I want to keep it. I want to keep it intimate. I want to keep it to where I know everybody and everybody knows me, and we can communicate back and forth on your golf pods, and we can just have a good time and go from there. Oh, Larry in Missouri. So we all can have that kind of relationship as we move forward. Okay. Again, Terry Bradley, SimpleSwingThoughts.com, Week 15, Swing in the Spring 2015, and I will talk to you next week on the next video.